What I've tried and what I've found works in our climate is to get 1 part of clay and 1 part of compost, and you mix them together. Now the trick into making this goes a little bit deeper than getting clay. You've got to get the right type of clay. To make this work, you use potter's ball clay. So it's 1 part of potter's ball clay and 1 part of compost, and you just mix that up and you add your seed. Because this is only limited by your imagination. If you want to grow flowers, you can grow flowers. If you want to grow herbs, you can grow herbs. Green manures, the whole thing. I'm using some sunflower seeds here, and let's see, I'll measure that out. About ½ a cup of sunflower seeds, because they're quite big, and I'll mix those in, and you add them to add a little bit of water to it to make these balls. As I say, you're only limited by your imagination when you make these things. You could revegetate an entire area, something like a farm, by doing this. And the most important thing for this is to make sure that you don't put too much seed in and too little seed. That's where you've got to sort of judge it by eye. I would say for very fine seed, something which is really small, if you use eucalyptus seed, I'd only put in about 1/4 cup, and I would make small balls out of them, maybe a little bit smaller than this. Just get this together. You can see that the consistency of this is getting quite nice now. It's actually making a bit of a grip here, and so it's possible to actually roll these things in your hand. Of course, some of you will be keen gardeners, and you'll be saying, what the hell is Jerry talking about, making seed balls to have delayed germination when he's already wetted the seed? It's started the germination now. This is the trickiest bit with making the seed balls. You've got to dry these quickly. They've got to go onto a warm windowsill. At home, when I tend to make these, I do them in batches, and I've got a herb dryer with various layers, and I put them in there, and after about an hour, these balls have completely dried. And what I tend to do is I tend to make them out of make these with things which will grow well into street trees in Brisbane. And so whenever I see a tree pit that's empty, I just drop one of those in. And it may be a year before it germinates, but it's surprising how well these plants work. It works better with Australian native plants than it really does with European plants. You put these things out towards the end of the dry season and allow the rain to naturally stimulate the germination. There's only a few things that can go wrong with these. Now, with sunflower seed, that is a powerful attractant for rats. They do like a little bit of easy lunch, and my first attempts at growing things with sunflower seeds didn't work because the rats ate them. So what I did was I got some powdered sulphur, and while they're damp, you just put a little bit. It's a bit like making a cake, you know, but when you're rolling it, you cover the table with a bit of flour. You just put a little bit of flour of sulphur on it, or powdered sulphur, and just put that on the air and then dry it, and the rats won't touch it, and they'll germinate very well.